Starting to bring your mind into the present moment, into this room, allowing any thoughts of what's yet to come to just wait till after class. Maybe doing a body scan, starting at the top of the head, working your way down, noticing if you have any areas of tightness or pain, and just being mindful of those areas while you practice. Bringing your focus to your breath, taking nice, long, deep inhales and equally long exhales. Feeling the belly expand with the inhale and feeling the body soften with the exhale. And then on your next exhale, taking your hands over to the left, reaching as far to the left as you can. Stretching the right side of the body. Inhale through center. And exhale, take the hands to the right, stretching the left side of the body. Inhale through center. And then take the hands back towards the heels. Just let your shoulders fall forward. And taking your hands back towards the top of the mat. Maybe tense your fingers, lift your wrists, lift your elbows, starting to engage the arms. On your next inhale, coming up to tabletop, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And then going through a few cat cows. Inhale, drop your belly, raise your chin. Exhale, arch your back, tuck your chin. Let your breath move your body. And taking one more round. And coming back to neutral. Inhale, right fingertips rise all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, thread it through. Come down onto your shoulder. Taking any options that work for you. You can move your hand around. You can kick the left leg out to the side. Trying to feel a little bit of a twist in the spine and a stretch on the shoulder. Inhale, bringing the leg back in and using the left hand to push you up. Right fingertips rise, set it down. Inhale, left fingertips rise. Exhale, thread it through. All the same options on this side. On an inhale, bringing the leg back in, using the hand to push you up. Left fingertips rise and set it down. Take some organic movement, whatever feels good to you, forward and back, side to side, circles, stretching wrists, rolling out the neck. Really listen to your body and what it's asking for. Coming back through center. On an inhale, take your right leg straight back behind you and bring the toes down to the ground. And then you're going to rotate onto your left hand and come up into like a side plank, but your knee is down. Exhale, right hand comes back down, right knee comes back in. On your inhale, left leg goes back, toes touch down, and weight goes into your right hand. Lift your left hand, come into a side plank. And coming back through center. Now it's your option. You can stay with this option and stay on your knees and do that again. Or if you want, come into a full plank, a high plank. And then put the weight into your left hand, open up into that side plank. But you can take the first option, staying on your knee also. Come back through center. Shift the weight onto the right side. Open up for side plank on this side. Again, option to stay on that knee. Both hands come down and push back to a down dog. Take some time, play around with your down dog for today. Pedal out your feet, bend your knees. Making sure fingers are spread wide, shoulders are engaged, chest is pushing towards the thighs, hips are pointing towards the ceiling, and head is hanging heavy. On an inhale, come up onto your toes, and then bend your knees, push your chest back towards your thighs, and then start straightening your legs, seeing if you can keep the chest back like that. Doing that again, inhale up onto the toes, bend the knees, push the chest back, and then start straightening the legs. One more time, up onto the toes, bend the knees, push the chest back, straighten the legs. On your next inhale, walking your feet forward to meet your hands and just folding forward. Maybe you bend your knees today. Maybe you grab your elbows, sway, rock, whatever you need to do to feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Releasing your hands down, slowly coming all the way up to standing, reaching up, looking up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Close your eyes. Think of one thing you're grateful for. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Taking your option, pushing back to down dog or taking a chaturanga. Inhale, walk or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Drop your right arm down your side. Reach your left arm as high as you can. So try to find more length in your left side than you have in your right side. And then pull over to the right. Inhale up through center. Left arm comes down your side. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling. Find length. And then pull over to the left. Inhale through center. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Taking your option, we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, walk or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Cactusing your arms. Pull your elbows back, squeeze your shoulders together, broaden through your collarbone. And then if you want, you can start looking up towards the ceiling, coming into a slight back bend. Inhale, slowly coming back up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Taking your option, meeting in down dog. One more time. Inhale, walk or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, take your option. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale, right leg rises. Bend the knee, open the hip. So bringing the heel towards your butt, the knee towards your ceiling, towards the ceiling. Then straighten the leg, step it between your hands, and keep your hands down. So your choice, you can keep your heel up or you can press your heel down. It's up to you. So you'll either have like high lunge feet where your left heel is super high, or you'll have like warrior one feet where your left heel is down. Then both your hands are gonna walk out to the left side and up a little bit. So you might even take your hands off of your mat and just sink down into your hips here, into a nice stretch. Walking your hands back towards center. One hand on each side of that right foot. This time, definitely put your left heel down if you had it up, and then slowly start to rise up into a warrior one. Take your time. You can even put your hands on your knee as you come up. And then coming up into that warrior one. So pushing through the back heel. Back leg is nice and strong. Trying to square the hips to the top of the mat. Check in with that front knee. Make sure it's pointing towards the third or fourth toe. Drop your hands down behind you. Interlace your fingers. Take a slight back bend. And then fold forward. The humble warrior. Just coming down to whatever level is comfortable for you. You could even unbind your hands and bring your hands back down to the ground if that works for you. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Arms reach up. Now lift that left heel, come into your high lunge. And then slowly start to lower that left heel down, coming into low lunge again. Hands can come to your knee or to the floor as you come down. And then if you can, lift it back up. Then both hands come down, frame your front foot. Push back into a runner's lunge or a half split. Still trying to work that front leg straight. Your toes can be pointed or flexed, your choice. Pushing back forward into that front foot. Both hands come on the inside of the right foot and step it out to the side for a lizard pose. So your choice, you can stay up on your hands. You could come onto the edge of that foot, let the knee fall out to the side. You could come down to your forearms if you want. You could even take one hand onto that knee and kind of twist a little. Coming back up onto your hands, moving that right foot back into the middle of the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back, high plank. And then take a flow or push back to down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten the leg, step it between your hands. Again, keeping your hands down, taking whichever option you want for that right leg. Your heel can come down or your heel can stay up. And then taking both hands over to the right and up. Sinking into your hips here. Big stretch for your groin and your hips, hamstrings. Walking your hands back towards the middle and framing that front foot. Now pushing your heel down if it's not already. And then slowly rising up into your warrior one. Take your time, take it in steps. Once you get there, tuck your tailbone, pull your belly button in, pull your shoulders away from your ears, sink down into that front knee. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, take a slight back bend, and exhale, fold forward. Again, your hands can come to the ground if that's easier for you. 6 a.m., we're not trying to stress ourselves out. Inhale, slowly making your way back up. And then this time, lifting that right heel. Yes, right heel, right? Yeah. Lifting your right heel up, coming into that high lunge. And then slowly start to drop the right knee down, low lunge. Both hands come down to frame your front foot, push back, runner's lunge or half split. So trying to straighten that front leg. Foot can be flexed or pointed. Pushing back forward into that front foot. Both hands come on the inside of the left foot. Step the left foot out to the edge of your mat or the side of your mat. And then come into your lizard for today. So maybe the knee comes out to the side. You can come onto the pinky toe side of the foot. You can come down to your forearms or take one hand to the knee. Coming back up onto your hands, moving that foot back into the middle of the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back, high plank, and take your option. Inhale, walk or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink down into your hips. Weight is in your heels. You can still see your toes. Tuck your tailbone just a little bit. Pull your belly button in. See if you can bring your arms next to your ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, take your flow, or push back to down dog. Inhale, walk or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Setting up for a tree pose. So you're going to ground down through your right foot. Pull up on your right kneecap, pull your belly button in. And then your option, your foot can come to your ankle, your foot can come to your shin, or maybe it comes above your knee. Just wherever you're at for today. It doesn't have to be what anyone else is doing. Listening to your body. Pushing that left knee out to the side. Trying to square your hips. Bring your left hip back in line with your right. Push through the right big toe. Exhale, release it down, shake it out. And setting up on the other side, grounding down through that left foot. pull up on the kneecap, pull the belly button in. And then when you're ready, foot comes to your ankle, your shin, or above your knee. Exhale, release it down, shake it out. Coming back to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. And hold your high plank. And slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Release down. Take breath. Slow your breath. Slow your heart rate. Taking your arms out to a T. Use your left hand to push you onto the right side of your body, onto that right shoulder. Take as much of your body as you want. Come back through center. And then use your right hand to push you onto your left shoulder. Coming back through center. Setting up for locust pose. So legs come together behind you. Arms come down by your sides, palms facing down. Forehead comes to the mat. On an inhale, lifting up. On this first one, just focus on lifting your chest. So you can lift your legs, but focus more on trying to get your chest a little higher. So your legs might come down a little bit, and that's okay. Squeezing your shoulders together on your back, pulling your fingertips towards the wall behind you, lifting. Nice. Exhale, release down. Setting up for locust again. You can keep your arms down by your side, or maybe you interlace your fingers behind you. On an inhale, lifting everything up. This time, focus more on lifting your thighs. So your chest might come down a little bit, and that's okay. So focus on lifting the thighs, pushing into your hip bones. Exhale, release down. One more locust or bow pose. If you want to take bow pose, bending your knees, reaching back for your feet, bringing your knees back together. Then on an inhale, kicking into your hands, squeezing your thighs together, lifting your chest. Exhale, release down. Windshield wiper your legs. Release your lower back. And push back into a child's pose. Just take a second, notice if this child's pose feels different than the one at the beginning of class. You might let your hips sink a little deeper. Hips might feel a little bit more open, or maybe not. Pushing back into your down dog. Setting up for pigeons. So on an inhale, lifting your right leg. Bring your right knee forward and bring it outside your right wrist a little bit. See if that helps you in setting up your pigeon. Sometimes taking your knee a little wider than your hip will help you sink into the pose a little bit better. And left leg goes long and come down to your level of comfort. Try not to let your focus go. Keep focusing on the breath, the body. Inhale, come up onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back into your down dog, take movement, lift the leg, pedal the feet. On an inhale, lifting your left leg, bring your left knee outside your left wrist, and then set up for pigeon. Coming to your level of comfort. On an inhale, coming up onto your hands, tucking your back toes, lift your back knee, step back, take some movement. And then walking your feet forward to meet your hands, bending your knees, come down onto your back, roll around, massage your spine. And coming into a happy baby, reaching for the edges of the feet, pushing the tailbone down, rolling your shoulders down. Knees come towards the armpits. Bringing the knees back together. Squeeze your right knee into the body. Left leg goes long on the mat. And then on an exhale, take the right knee across the body, coming into a twist. Open your right arm out to the side. Push through your right shoulder. You might even move your hips a little bit to the right. Inhale back through center, squeezing that knee in one last time. And then switching it out. Right leg goes long, left knee comes into the chest. On an exhale, take the left knee across the body, open the left arm out to the side, coming into that twist, letting that left knee be heavy. Inhale, come back through center, squeeze the left knee in one last time. And then take any last movements that are calling to you. When you're ready, finding a comfortable resting position. Letting the body relax. Take a quick body scan. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere, maybe in your face, your forehead, or your cheeks, or your jaw. Letting it go. Feeling the back of the body completely supported, grounded down, and the front of the body is soft. Breath moves easily. Shavasana. Slowly starting to bring your awareness back. Small movements in fingers and toes, and ankles and wrists. Rolling the head side to side. Taking the arms overhead for one last big full body stretch. Rolling over onto one side. Taking one last moment. Appreciation for the body, the breath, the earth supporting you. With your eyes still closed, making your way to a seated position and bringing your hands to heart center. I thank each of you for coming to practice today, taking time to honor your body and your mind. Thank you for trusting me to guide you. I hope the rest of your day is stress-free and fun. Thumbs to forehead center. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, guys.